I'm Priyanka. I'm back and funny chapter. My gut right hand. Take the correct alternative. What is the meaning of word south? Sadness, tired of find, advice without success. It's option number B. Tired to find, tried to find. Let them go. The word them here refers to friends. Okay. Answer in 30 to 40 words. Why did poet fall into grief? The poet fall into grief as he was passing through the bad days, misfortune, and his poverty was pos- uh, pestering him in his hour of need. None came forward to help him. His friends and acquaintances deserted him, leaving alone only to suffer in poverty. Why did the poet search for a friend prove to be the fruitfulness? The poet was passing through adverse circumstances. His poverty led him to the fall in grief. Naturally, he needed someone to help him into that hour of need. He began searching for a friend who could stand with him in that hour of difficulties. Unfortunately, his search of a friend proved to be fruitfulness. No friend came forward to help him in the tiding over his misfortune and poverty. Who is the friend that could help and make the poet happy? All his friends proved false. None came forward to help the poet in his hour of need. Then he realized that self-help was the best help. He turned to his good right hand for help. His good right hand gave him strength to work hard and earn money. When all other friends failed, his good right hand came to his help and made him happy. Why did the poet feel disappointed? The poet was passing through really bad circumstances. Poverty and adversities had came him a broken man. He looked towards his friend for help in the hour of need. His search proved quite futile. Even his acquaintances deserted him. They gave him unwanted console, but didn't let them any money to help him. All these circumstances made him a bitter and disappointed man. The poet, what was the result of poet hard work? The poet hard work proved very much productive and fruitful. His good right hand made him work hard and earn money. His poverty and bad days ended. He earned wealth and respect. All his selfish friends and relatives who had deserted him earlier came back to him one by one. Answer in 60 words. How did the poet overcome his sadness? The poet overcomes sadness through the selfless self-realization. He realized that the poet help the self-help is only help that can change one's fate. His courage revived. He forgot all about his selfish friends and acquaintances. Reposing faith in them was like building a castle on sand. He realized that his good right hand was his best friend. The realization ended with dissection. His spirit became light and cheerful. He could shape his own fate not by depending on others, but by depending on his hard work, reposing faith in God in his and in his good right hand helped him in overcoming his sadness. Why does poet not need his friend anymore? This came an qualitative change in his attitude of the poet. Earlier, he used to look towards his friend in the hour of his need. They deserted him and didn't rise to occasion. He learned a lesson. He realized that his good right hand was his best friend. Only his hard work and honest labor could change his fate and overcome his poverty. Things changed for better. He became prosperous and rich. He didn't need his selfish friends anymore. On the other hand, when he became prosperous, all his friends who had deserted him came back to him one by one. But this time had changed and he need any didn't their help anymore. What inspiration do we get from the poem? See, Mackay, May God Right Hand in the motivation inspiring poem. It gave definite inspiring message of the readers. Self-help is the best help. Only good right hands is our best friend. Only through the good right hand we can work hard to change our fate. Our hand could help us in overcoming the poverty and bad days. Depending on the fast friends, acquaintances in his is like building a castle on the sand. No one comes to help in the honor of our need. Only our faith is God and the good right hand can help us to earn money, respect, and prosperity. What does a good right hand represent? McKay's message is quite symbolical. Here, the good right hand represents honest labor and hard work. It represents self-help. It urges us not to depend on others for help. In our honors of need, all our friends and equistic will prove false. Only the good right hand will come to our help when it is needed. It also means that we can shape our fate only through our efforts. And out of other two hands, the good right hand is more dynamically involved in human activities. Though hard work, we can bring name, fame, and prosperities. It lies completely in our hand to shape and change our destiny. Which are the two things that the poet put in his trust in? With his changed attitude, the poet put his trust only in two things. The first one is God. God gives him strength to overcome dejection and disappointment. The second and the most important thing that the poet puts his trust in his good right hand. He realizes that depending on his fate, false friends and relatives, only like building a castle on the sand. His good right hand can help him work harder to earn money. He can overcome his bad days and poverty only by employing his good right hand to the maximum. Only it can help him in earning respect, money, and prosperity. Next, answer in 30 to 40 words. What is the theme of poem My Good Right Hand? McKay, My Good Right Hand is a motivational poem. It gives a message of self-help and hard work. There is no shortcut to fame and prosperity. Things can be changed. Ill luck can be reversed. Good days and brightness may take place. Misfortunes and gloom. All this can be achieved only through one good right hand. Depending on false friend and equistic in life is building a castle on the sand. Describe the ideas and the thought contained and conveyed by C. Mackay and My Good Right Hand. Mackay's message is symbolical. The poet used the good right hand as a symbolical of self-help. This world is full of selfish person. No one, not even our friends Equinstick, came to our help when we needed. Depending on such false and greedy friends and relatives is like building a castle on the sand. We must respond our trust only in two things. The good right hand, faith in God, can help in shaping the changing a destiny. How does the poet use the good right hand as a symbol and in what sense? Mackay used the good right hand as a very effective symbol. It is a symbol of honest hard work and diligence. Our destiny is in our hand. Out of two hands we have, the good right hand is more effective and dynamic. We can work hard to gain strength, fortune, and prosperity. The good right hand is symbolical of self help and sufficiency. What does the poet fall into grief and complaint? The unfortunate poet the unfortunate poet is passing through his bad days. Poverty and misfortune had made him a broken man. He looked towards friends and acquaintances for help. His selfish friends deserted him. His acquaintance only gave him good console and didn't lend him any money. Poverty and misfortune made him lonely and sad man. He fell into grief and started crushing in fate and stars. Thank you.